So I promised that I would show you how the clear stamper that I am going to be releasing soon holds up under stress, because there has been comments and reports of it being a little bit delicate and falling apart, which is somewhat true. So I'm just going to do a comparison and tell you. So I thought I would start off by showing you this lovely green aqua, sort of aqua spring green, I guess, polish. And that's the one that you guys were all putting in your name submissions to win 2 bottles of this. I have it on my nails as well. And I've never ever made a video before, so I'm sure this is going to suck in a huge way, so I apologize. I will be going through the list of names probably tonight and tomorrow, and I'll narrow it down, pick a winner, and I'm going to ship those 2 polishes out to them ahead of the release, actually. So yeah, I thought I would show you that. So I thought while I was gathering all of my supplies for this, because I thought it'd be cool to show you a video instead of just tearing it apart myself, I thought it would be really cool. So I was gathering my supplies and thought, you know what, there's a lot of really cool stuff that I could show you. So let's try and get it all in there. So anyway, these 2 here, the clear stampers that I am offering, okay? So I pulled out 2 different ones. I pulled out one that I've been using, and then I pulled out a brand new one. Now, as you can see, the one that I've been using doesn't really have any wear and tear on it. It's a little, you know, it's got fingerprints, and I'm in my studio right now, so I'm sure it has shimmer and glitter. And so that is the clear stamper that I will be offering. Okay, so it is, I'm going to say semi-squishy or semi-firm, perhaps. I'm not an expert at describing all the different stamping terms, but in my opinion, this is semi-squishy. I mean, it's pretty easy to squish. It's pretty soft. I have very curved nails, you can probably see. So I need something that has a little bit of give to it, because I need to press down on my nail, you know, to be able to cover the whole thing. I don't know if you can see how I would have to roll from side to side to get all the way across my nail. Now, when this is in the holder, it's much more stable. I don't recommend stamping with this just in your hand, okay? You want to hold it in the holder because it supports it a lot better. But for the sake of showing you how clear it is and how easy that would be to stamp, you know, when you have just a little, maybe a little tiny image and you just want to put it like right in the center, or, you know, just right in the corner, and you have to kind of guess and wildly apply it, this solves all of that. Or if you have something that is an image that has straight lines that you want to go completely up and down or completely across, you know, it's really hard and you end up with them a little bit cockeyed, and at least I do. So anyhow, going back to how squishy this is, it squishes, and I don't know how to show you this, it squishes down to cover my entire nail. I'll show you when it's in the holder, that's a little bit easier. So anyway, these 2 are the ones that I'm offering, okay? This one is the original clear jelly stamper that I picked up in the fall, I'm going to say, probably right after they came out, and fell in love with it for the fact that it's clear and easy to work with. It's a little bit more firm. Okay, so you can see when I squish it. So this is mine. This is the original. Squish, squish. So you can see where one gives a little bit more than the other. And then this way as well. Pretty similar, but this one is a lot easier to push. This one I have to really, you know, kind of wrench on it. And I mean, you can see if I push as hard as I can, you can see that this one I can really squish, and this one, I'm afraid it's going to snap right in half. So this one has a little bit of, well, maybe more than a little bit now, a little bit of that damage that people talk about, you know, where little chunks come out. You know, it's still completely usable. It still goes in the holder, and, you know, it works. So that's how the original one looks. Oh, it's not going to be very light in there for you to see, but anyhow, so, you know, it's still completely usable. Of course, eventually it's probably going to disintegrate and completely fall apart. When I bought it, she did tell me that it is delicate and to be careful with it. And I have been somewhat careful with it, but I mean, I didn't baby it. if I was to try and pull this apart, oh yeah, it would come right apart. But I mean, who would do that, right? This one actually, this crack, I think, oh, did you see how I just did that? Yeah, see, once it starts, it's gonna go, because once it's got a dent or a slice in it, it loses its overall strength. So obviously you're not gonna do that, but this is just for demonstration purposes, and since I have a ton of these now, I'm not too worried about it. But again, still usable, even like that, still usable, just obviously it's gonna fall apart. So she did warn me. I'm not finding fault, you know, she did tell me to be careful, and I'm totally okay with that because it's pretty awesome. But very hard to get, not in stock, so I went hunting for an alternative. So I tried several different, oh, there's a little piece that fell off. I've tried several different versions. Some were very similar to this in how firm they were and felt like they would really crumble really easily, which I guess was okay because I didn't know any better. And then I found these. And these are a little tad stickier. They're not sticky, but they're tackier. This one feels quite, I don't know, just feels like rubber. This one feels, well, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a tad, yeah, see, this doesn't give any tack at all, which is fine. Some people like that, some people don't. This one has like just the ever so slightest bit of tack, so I wouldn't call it sticky at all. Yeah, so that's that. And here is the holder that Girly Bits clear stamper head comes in. What's really awesome about this is that because the holder is transparent, it actually allows a lot more light into the cylinder, so that when you're looking through it, see how that doesn't look dark like the other one did? Okay, so see how you can see? In fact, when I opened these up, when I got the shipment, my husband thought that they were those little like jeweler monocles or whatever they're called that, you know, you hold up to your eye and you look through to see things bigger, because he knows I'm always looking at things up close, and he thought maybe for doing nail art or whatever, I wanted to see things closer, or God only knows what, right? So, but that's what he thought they were, because these look like glass and because they're so transparent. So, I mean, you can see how you can see through that really easily, right? Whereas this one, again, no fault of the, you know, I mean, I'm glad that these were made available. So you can see how it's a little darker and a little harder to see through because there's no light that can get in through the sides, only the light from the top. This is 100 times, 1,000 times better. And see, now you can see how, gosh, it's hard to center this. How do people do this? You can see how you can push down and see how it gets like really the 95% of my nail. Now, if you had really long nails, I suppose you'd probably have to maybe support your free edge and then, it's like working in a mirror, and then push down. Yeah, you could do that. You might even have to rock a little from side to side. You ladies with long nails know what to do. So this is the product that I'm offering. It comes with this and the scraper. Gosh, I've forgotten the prices off the top of my head, but I'm going to say this is $13, I think. Canadian, not US. I also sell replacement heads, just the heads. I should have got my prices ahead of time, right? Yeah. Anyway, I sell just these individually or a bundle pack of 3. So you save a little bit of money if you buy a bundle pack of 3, or you can buy the holder, the scraper, and 2 heads. And that is $20 Canadian, I know that for sure, which comes out to roughly 14 US. Because the Canadian dollar is at an all-time low, which is a whole other story. So these are my products. Oh, I also have these, which I picked up because I'm notoriously bad at smudging my nail art, and just, I'm clumsy. What can I do? I'm clumsy. You and I, we ain't that different. Okay, and we're back. I completely just committed the ultimate newbie sin, which was I ran out of room on my memory card. So anyhow, let's pick it back up. So I was talking about this. I don't even know where it cut out. So I was talking about this little cotton holder thing, which I have a few of that I'm going to list on the store. They are $3 and Canadian, which is about 2 cents US. I think it's probably about $2, $2 US. So I get my cotton in big long rolls, so it comes in like a big coil. That's because I'm a hairdresser, so I buy them in the big bins. I also use the little cotton pads. I use both. So what I do is I get a bunch of these ready ahead of time, and I just kind of lay them out. And if you haven't fiddled with them, they actually will stay rolled up. And I just use this to grab it, dunk it in your acetone, whether you have a pump or a, whatever. And then you can use this to scrub off your plate after you have stamped. You need to clean it off. You can do your nails. You can do your toenails if you want to change your pedicure and don't want to mess up your nail polish, because I'm absolutely definitely going to, if I try and hold this cotton with acetone on it or hold this, no matter how careful I am, I'm going to smudge my nails. I know that for sure. So I use a little cotton picker. I'm going to offer those on the site as well, and if you guys like them and think they're useful, I will definitely get more and add them. It's kind of more just a tag along product. So I'm going to stop there and see where this is and restart, because I still want to show you how well these guys hold up. I'm actually going to literally try and pull it apart and see what it takes, how much stress I can put this under to make it fall apart. So that way you know how delicate it is, because you don't want to have to be like afraid to touch something or whatever. So I will see what I've got so far and I will come back.
You and I, we ain't that different. When it comes to push and shove, we bleed the same.